where we encourage you to embrace your ego, find all of your life purposes, and encourage you to follow your vivid vision so you can live a life in passion, peace, and performance. My name is Frida Cabo. I am excited to be here as the connection between your questions and Birgitta's wisdom. We've already got some really interesting questions today as well, and I'm looking forward to ask them to Birgitta. And if you have any more questions, just ask them in the comments and let us know what comes up for you. We also have our wonderful Aya in the chat, and she's our chat queen that will help you with your comments and also write something to you there. So go write something in the comments to her. Yes, so I am in New Zealand, but I'm from Sweden, as is Birgitta. She's in California, so that's why the accents. And yeah, with me I have the one and only Birgitta Granström. She's calling in from California, and she is the founder of LifeSpider Academy and the leader of the International LifeSpider movement. Birgitta, how are you today?
Oh, I'm just terrific. Very well. Everything is just great. Yeah.
Wonderful. And the theme for today was the lockdown is a freeway to freedom. Would you like to introduce us to that?
What I mean with the freedom, it's that people will realize that they haven't had really control of their life before the lockdown. And that's feelings that shows up from the feeling they have of loneliness. People think they are losing control of their life right now. But the only thing is that they actually didn't have any control of their life before. They were so used to routines from go to the work from 9 to 5, sitting in the car for an hour or even more on all those routines. And suddenly when they are removed from life, they maybe realize, okay, I don't want to go back to my old life. So the freedom will be in that people have a opportunity to make new choices, and they will start to take control of their life when they realize, okay, maybe I should do something different. So probably I have more into it.
Yeah, I'm sure. And we have some questions on it today as well. So let's dig into the questions. How do I reconcile my fears about what is going on around me in the era of COVID-19 with my intentions of feeling safe and secure?
For the first, if I go back to the control thing, it actually that you have control of how you approach the whole situation. Either if you get caught in the situation, I think the corona is controlling me, or if you choose to see the situation you are in right now is an opportunity to create something new. And I mean, physically there is a possibility to protect yourself. I mean, you have all these guidelines, and if you handle that in the right way, you can be safe from the disease. So I mean, lots of fear that's showing up is actually not about to catch the virus, even if you should be cautious, of course, because it's a fear of survival, and so you should have respect for that. But most of the fear is coming from all other things that you think you don't have control about. And so the easiest way to get rid of kind of all fears is to let go of the situation right now, or let go of the control of the situation, and see that this is something completely new that's open up, and I have no idea about where it's going. But it maybe there is some change that will be in the new normal, or the life after the virus, that actually fits you more. I mean, it will be better for you. It will be better for the society. It will be better for the environment. It will be better for the planet. So keep and focus on the future, not focus on the past, or maybe what you have to let go of. Don't focus on the effort or your energy to try to control or understand what's happening, but set your laser focus on the future. What do you want to come in the future? Because when you occupy your brain to think about something else, it starts to get creative, and fear will decrease. So I think what is the fears telling you? Have a chat with your fear and see what actually it's about.
Yeah.
That's my first thought comes to mind. The most fear is showing up because you don't have a focus, you don't know what to think about. And when the brain doesn't know where to go, it starts to worry. So it control you for them, put it on the future.
So that brings us into next question. How can I decide on a life purpose to bring out during this global crisis?
I mean, for you out there who start to think about the life purpose, this is absolutely the best opportunity you can get to get the life purpose. And that's both because you start to feel, and people around you, I mean, the whole world right now is thinking about the same thing at the same time, maybe in different way, but there is an opportunity to, all people also, they start to see what's really important in life. You can remove all those things and norms and rules and everything that has controlled us before, and start to focus, okay, what do you really feel that you have to contribute to others? And if you are a person who feel you are weird enough to wanted to be a part of the new normal and contribute to the change, it's absolutely perfect. So I would say the first step is just to sit down, uh, allow yourself to really think big thoughts and ask big questions, and ask big questions without trying to find an answer, because the answer will find you. So just to admit this, okay, you have this urge, the longing in your body and all over the place, and that's longing for, you really want to do something, and it's the right time to step up, because the people out there, the world, the society needs you. Everyone has to change their focus for the future. So it's a great opportunity. So when now I read a question right now, how can I decide? You don't decide about the life purpose. You receive it. And when you receive it, you feel it. So there is no decision including. If you try to decide about the life purpose, you are on the wrong track. So back off, sit still, do nothing, and just feel the urge to help the world.
And I think that brings us into the next question as well. Nice flow today.
Okay.
I feel a resistance to answer question. How can I release that resistance?
Don't. It's That's simple. Don't try to answer questions.
Yeah.
And it's more, and it's more interesting to see, why do you think or do you think the questions are more interesting than the answers? And if it is, you are actually right, because the questions and the answers are kind of married. So if you find a question, you know there is an answer. So I think you should let go of your resistance and make a decision right now. I will never, ever in my life answer any questions. And then you will probably meet yourself 30 minutes later and have plenty of answers. So, and if, I mean, it depends on what, if there is people who is asking your questions that you don't like to answer, don't, because then it's probably the wrong questions for you.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah. Great.
I have no resistance to answer questions.
That is great. That is great. I love that. Perfect. Take the next breath. So,
That's good.
how
Good.
can I do to love and accept myself more?
Uh, the first question I would ask, uh, what's missing right now? I mean, what is it that you don't love or don't accept? And because if you look at that, I would say you probably have a feeling of being something else. So most of the time when people don't feel the self-acceptance or love for themselves is depending on that they are not showing up in their real identity. So there is a piece missing that you are something else than you pretend to be. Probably have gone into a behavior or thinking that's not comes from you. So I think even here, don't try to accept and love yourself, focusing on, okay, who is it that who is that person I would love and accept for 100%? Because it's something missing in your presence of yourself. So it's not about, I think it could be totally wrong if you start to accept and love in the way you are showing up right now and start just to making list who you are and what you do and whatever. I mean, it's just to see that there is a piece missing. You are looking for yourself. So start looking for the real you. I think that's the reason. And then the self-love and the self-acceptance will show up. It's a, yeah.
Yeah, that
It's
is
the
good.
wrong focus. So with the question now, I read it again. What can I do? Don't do anything. Start to just looking for who you are. I mean, allow yourself your right identity to show up in you, and quit follow other people's rules. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is actually what I referred to the beginning, is that this is the way you are taking control of your life. Because when people is walking around in the wrong and false identity, it's an identity the society and the people and the family have put on a person. So when you start to looking for who am I without the old designed identity, who am I behind all this stuff? And I think the first feeling, even when you just ask you that question, I think the love and the acceptance for yourself will increase.
Exactly. If you need clarification, just ask in the comments.
Yeah. Okay.
Next one. I feel that I have difficult expressing myself many times to get forward where I really want to have said, and I have some kind of blockage there. Do you have any tip on what I can do?
Okay. The first that comes to mind is when someone has a problem to express what they want, is most of the time that they are trying to express themselves in the wrong environment. They are trying to express what they want in an environment with people that don't really accept them from who they really are, from people who want to uh, complain or criticize what you want. They want to come with an opinion. They will give you suggestions. They will judge you if it's good or bad. They will ask you to do and try something else. So if you just think on times when you actually, it's easy for you to express yourself. What kind of people are you surrounded by? In what kind of environment are you? In what mood are yourself? So I think that's the main issue. And if you have problem to express yourself, start to change the community and practice to express yourself with people surrounded that just applause you, no matter what you are saying. People who is accept you for who you are and really appreciate what you want, and they are trying to help you to get what you want, even if they think it's good or bad or you should do something else. So show up in a non-judgmental environment. That would help, because I actually think the person who asked this question has no problem to express him or herself, because it's in the question. This person wants to express what she or he wants. So just switch your environment and you will see it will just flow, and you will please and inspire so many people by express what you want.
Yeah, and also in the beginning, if you're not used to expressing what you want, start with small things like
Yes.
how you want your coffee and be really specific about it. Because it can be an an exercise thing.
Yeah, absolutely right. If you go in it, yes, start small. Start. Yeah, absolutely right.
So next question that
Cool.
we had in the comments last week, that we was in the end of the live last week. So why do you
Okay.
think I'm in the LifeSpider system? Will I be here for some time, then move on to the next thing, or will I be here for life?
Good question. And I would say you are here for life. There is, you will discover there is no reason to go somewhere else. Or if you go to other places, you will still be stuck in the web. And that's because there is no limits on how far you can go. I mean, not with yourself or what you are doing with other people, the community. I mean, this is the Life Spiders community is a place where you always can express yourself. You are always supported, and everyone is working to improve the world. And it's also, I mean, lots of people in Life Spider System are thinking outside the box. It's, I mean, you are kind of belong to the weird ones, to the a little bit crazy, and you have such a longing for improve the world. So most likely you will be here. You are here for life, and it's just to see. I mean, see on the record, the people who is coming in. Most on an Eli's Bloody System are here for decades, and it's already happened. And some of them try to break out, but they are coming back again. Yeah. So it's no matter, I mean, it's not, I would say, it's not that the LifeSpider system will consume your whole life, but it's always there to support you for different kind of interesting and fun project all over the place, all over the world, with other people as well. So be prepared. You are stuck.
Yeah, and I can just agree. And even if you go off somewhere else, you can always see it in your life spider. That's one thing I really like about it. You can put everything in your life spider. So
Exactly.
yeah.
Your whole life. There is all pieces in the life. You can put it somewhere in the life spider. And that means that you feel you're a whole person. You don't have to look for anything. I mean, you stop to be a seeker. So lots of people is actually coming into the life spider system because they are a seeker. Who am I? Where am I going? What's my purpose is? Why is life like this? People with lots of why questions, and they find the answer in here. That's right. It's cool. I love the question. That's cute.
So another question: do you believe in angels?
Then I would, as a coach, I would ask the question, what do you mean by an angel? Well, how do you define an angel? That would be my question to actually to be able to answer it. So I can generally, I think when people are talking about angels, they are talking about something that's some kind of an energy. There's something that's good. It's there to support you, to help you, to looking over the world and do this support stuff. And I don't know, some maybe believe in angels with the wings, others have the angels as people. So And for the first thing, I would say I don't believe in anything, because if you believe something, it's actually a lack of, there is always an uncertainty in believing. And to believe, you have to uh, follow certain rules. You have to be in the box. You have to. I mean, that's why we have the laws, rules, regulations, and morals and norms and stuff. Is because you build to keep the humanity in believing. So either you know as a person there is angels, and you have a special, specific picture of what an angel is. If you ask me, I would say the angels with the wings and stuff. I would say I know there is energies, and energies that we can't see. I mean, we can't grasp the kind of energy that's invisible. So if you mean that's an angel, yeah. So I mean, I know there is different energies and energies that support you in one and another way, but you can, and those energies and this support, what you define in an angel, you also find them in humans. And sometimes you walk into an angel, a person who is there to help you out for a certain situation, and then they are gone. So I mean, I can't be more specific because I don't know and I don't believe. So
Yeah.
that would be my answer. Yeah.
Great. Move on to the next question that is a bit, yeah, on the same theme.
On the same theme? Okay.
But
Interesting.
not. So, what about predestined faith? How much of our life is written in the stars, karma, and how does that go together with our free will, dreams, and ability to choose how we want to live? How much and what can we transform?
Or let's see. I think there is, you have certain what do we call it, DNA, building stones. You are made of certain things, and the combination of those building stones makes you to be able to do specific things. But it's the faith that something is written, there is a destination. You are, no matter what you are doing, you will go in a certain direction. No, because it's more about using the skills. How are you using your building stones and what you are made of? And you have a choice, because I also would say there is no free will, because free will doesn't really exist. That's something that people made up because they and no, I would say, so it's a mix between, a misunderstanding between the free will and a free choice. So there is always free choice. Where do you want to go? How do you want to handle this situation? So there is not this faith or destination that's are written in the stars. You can use all the information, or what's coming to you, but you are always in control how you are using it. And that maybe that will be hard for people to understand, that you actually have responsibility for your own life for 100%. No one else or nothing else are in control of what you are doing. So it's more like, you see, no, I don't go there. So no, there is, yeah, it was too far away. You are in control, and this is hard for people to understand. And there is, and back to this, there is no free will. And with that, I mean, the only free will that actually exists is the evolution itself, that we actually not really control how is it going. And sometimes a little virus come into our reality and mix everything in, make it to a mess. But you have a choice, and that's a huge difference. So every single second, minutes, is made of the choice you are doing, and you can do exactly what you want.
Mm.
And then to make it easier, people, and that's one reason, why do you want to really find the meaning of your life? Why would you put effort and work into try to find out who you really are beyond and behind all this the design identity, because that's not you. You walk around and think maybe that's you, but there is so much else. You need to put yourself under now I forgot his name, make things bigger. So you really have to look into, okay, who am I? What kind of pieces do I have to play with? And play with what you have and not try to play with someone else's toys. So play with your own. And then, yeah. And then you can get whatever you want.
Yeah.
That's a good question. I liked it.
Good question. Good answer.
Mm.
Great. So that was all the questions we had for today. And I just wanted to lift up, we have had a lot of comments. And one comment from Phil that I would like to lift up is, I got chills when I heard old identity. Heard it already once today in another conversation. Wow.
Yeah. I feel. I didn't know. I can't see the comments, so that's why I'm not reading it. So
Yeah.
that's nice.
Yeah. Would you like to talk a bit about that as outro?
So repeat it again, because my
I got chills when I heard old identity.
old identity. Yeah. The the old identity of yourself, or the old identity of our society, because that's also will be an something written in our history books. I mean, when everything is shifting and we are talking about the new paradigm, and this is actually what's happening. And the old identity is it's your design, and you have made up so many things in this world that's not working anymore. I mean, we have got to a point in the evolution that things are changing the human consciousness and everything, and then we have a force out in the society that's trying to hold the evolution back by doing this I mean, through regulations, how we should behave. It's a choice between good and bad, black and white, and all those. Instead of the evolution is about to merge. I mean, all this black and white, the pool, the difference, and now we are moving into a new way of living when the paradoxes is feeding each other with good stuff, and to try to keep, and this is back to how can you be in charge and take control of your own life. It's to see, okay, it's time for you to do what feels right. I mean, lots of people out there, I mean, it's kind of two groups right now. I mean, and it's not the whole truth, but to make it easy, there is one of this group who want to try to hold on to the old, and this will be so obvious in this virus times we are living right now. Some is just urging, screaming for, oh, let us get back to the normal, let us get out on the streets and do back to the normal life. But we have to realize there is not that kind of normal life anymore. And then we have this other group who has been waiting for the change to come, because they feel there is something is wrong out there, but they are trying to adapt to the society, but it feels hard. And those people who have had this frustration in the body, it's your time right now. So take the opportunity to step into the new identity of yourself, because there is a new set of people that arise from this. Because when the old rules, and I mean, you will face it in the economy, the school system, the healthcare, in all areas, food processing, animals handling, I mean, everything, it will change. And what the world needs right now is to have this group of people who have an idea about where to go, and make this transition for those who want to keep holding on to the old, but they will be in so much pain and struggle. And those people over there needs to help those other to make an easy transition and help them to see that there is something else that better, more comfortable, and they will not lose themselves, but they will find a stronger and better version of themselves in the new way of living. And this is happening now. I mean, for my 20, 30 years, 30 in the coaching business and the personal development area, we have been talking about this for such a long time. But now it's actually happening, not just in the inside of humans, but also on the outside in our society. And that was kind of, we need to be in control of ourselves. So it's more, everyone will be a strong individual, and that's the only way we can be and become united. So into your new identity, look for it and help it to express itself out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more. And Phil writes, I love how you share this. I can see it and feel it. Yeah. It's
Good.
time.
That's great. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
happy.
Thank you very much for today. Is there anything else you would like to say as finishing words?
No, I think that was a good go out there and think what you are supposed to do, and the world needs you more than ever, especially your change makers, weird ones, the crazy ones, and you who have been waiting for this to happen, and it's happened. So be ready and go out and do the work. That's my final word for today.
Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you for all your interesting questions, and help us help people live a life in passion, peace, and performance. So
Yeah.
looking forward to see you next week again, and keep asking your questions, and we will be here next week again. So thank you very much. Have a great week.
See you next week, guys.
See you next
Yeah.
week.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye bye. Bye.